Well, welcome back, you two pipe smokers. This is Spurgeon Piper, and I'm joining you on a Monday afternoon. Have some downtime between getting done with most of the day, and here at in about 45 minutes to an hour, I have a study to go to or a book study with some others through the church. And when I get home, I'll play with the kiddos again and eat and get down into my schoolwork. And so I had some downtime. I wanted to touch on a topic and kind of two topics. That one on the end for you newer pipe smokers, I think you'll be interested. I was given a question in the last Q&A I did by Karen Adith, I believe. 80th maybe. That is the YouTube handle. The question was, do I keep a pipe journal or tobacco journal to on hand to just remember what I've had? And the answer is yes, I do. And I would encourage you to do so, just starting off this conversation. Give you a few reasons why. One is you and I have kind of messed up memories. Most of us do. I know there's those who have a photographic memory or are really on the handle of things and can tell you what they ate 3-4 weeks ago, 3-4 months ago. I am definitely not that way. When it comes to reading, for instance, let's just get out of the pipe world for real quick. Boy, I can be horrible at. I read a book, I can read through a whole book, close it, and go, what did I just read? That's how my memory works, and so therefore, when I'm kind of getting off track, so forgive me, but when it comes to reading, I underline and highlight and make notes, and that really helps. So similarly with pipe smoking, there's a lot of variables in pipe smoking. The pipe you're smoking, what type of tobacco you're smoking, making those changes of, okay, if I smoke this Peterson Dublin style, and then I smoke my Savinelli Roma, and in both of them I smoked some Yorktown, which, hey, there was a difference in those. And if you just leave it in your mind, you may forget that, and you continue going back and forth, or maybe you choose the pipe it didn't do so well in, and usually we want to try to pursue having the best smoke possible. So therefore, we have a good reason to use a pipe journal. So what does that look like? Basically what I do, I don't have one in hand anymore. I used to. I thought I actually might have it in my office, but I don't think I do. I used to keep an actual spiral notebook, and I would have both my pipe rotation in it. I would have my pipe tobacco rotation, just the list I had of my current rotation, and then every tobacco I've tried, I'd give a review to. So I would give the review. I usually give a score out of 1 out of 10, or on a scale of 10. Which, by the way, I usually share. At least recently I have. When I do my tobacco reviews, I usually give a score out of 10. So I'll do that. I'll give some description of it and what pipe I'm smoking out of it, or I'm smoking that tobacco in, rather. And so that is one thing that really helped me decide on what tobaccos I want to smoke, what tobaccos I want to buy again, which pipe that smoked best in. An example is I have my Jarl pipe, which I don't think they make anymore, and it's not necessarily an expensive pipe. They just don't make them anymore, and I really love that pipe. It's probably a low cost pipe, I think, and I got it in a state sale. However, it's one of my favorites, though it's probably one of my cheapest, probably, I guess. And in that pipe, one thing I remember that smoked tremendously well in was Seattle Pipe Club's Wildman. I could take some of my better pipes, or more expensive pipes, I'd say, and none of them smoked Wildman as good. I don't know why. It's a mystery to me. Maybe some expert could describe it. I don't know. But I made sure to write that down. And so whenever I smoked Wildman, which I don't as much anymore, I would pull out that pipe, and it would be a great experience. So I do recommend you do that. I now keep a Microsoft Word doc on my computer. It's just easier. I usually take my computer wherever I go, and therefore when I make any further adjustments or changes in my pipe rotation, or if I uh, try new tobaccos, I write my reviews there, and I can always keep them on hand, and I can go from there and copy paste them into tobaccoreviews.com, which I usually try to update occasionally, and that's been really fortunate for me. So it also has helped me save money. I know what tobaccos I like. I know the blend ratios somewhat. Eventually, you kind of learn that. How much Virginia compared to how much Oriental, or how much Virginia compared to Burley, or do I like a very spicy Perique? Do I like a non-spicy Perique? Stonehenge Flake, by the way, is like that. Stonehenge Flake has Perique, but you almost could just call it a Virginia Burley blend, I guess. Uh, so those differences that if you smoke a lot, you're gonna forget something. So I would recommend you keep some type of account, whether it's a physical journal, Microsoft Word doc, whatever it may be, or an Apple document if you have Apple. Keep some type of account of what you're smoking, what tobaccos you're enjoying, and that will help you save money on buying further tobaccos. As far as to stay away from some. You don't have to go experiment as much anymore, which that's where I am now. I don't experiment as near as much anymore as far as trying different tobaccos. That's not my goal in life in tobacco smoking. I know, and that's great. Some do. Some love to smoke every tobacco they can under the sun. That's awesome. I'm glad someone does, because that's not going to be me. I know what I like now overall, and I'm going to stick to what I like. And the notebook helped with that. So I do recommend it. And if you have more questions on what that looks like, I didn't pull it up, of course, because I'm doing this video and it's off the cuff. But it's nothing special at all. And I just have a titled segment of tobaccos, and I have reviews, pipes, what I like about the pipes, or what pipes I like with different tobaccos. That's about it. Nothing fancy. Now, with that said, and if you have questions, feel free to email me or comment. I wanted to bring something for an offer for you guys, especially you newer pipe smokers. I was always looking for what pipes to buy, cheap pipes to buy, but wasn't sure what to buy. Well, maybe I can be a little help. I just bought or I have a pipe coming in from smokingpipes.com, and I'm excited about it, but I need to get some sold first, or now I need to get some sold to take up for the cost of that one. And I have 3 that I stopped using that I really enjoyed, but they were kind of the ones to move out of my collection. I've said this before, I have a 16 pipe rotation pretty much. There's one pipe that's special that I don't smoke so often, which is technically 17, but I have a rotation of 16. I don't need any more. I'm not really looking to be a pipe collector. So therefore these 3 pipes I'm about to show you, they're not messed up, they're not broken. I would give you my word on that. I know I'm just a guy on YouTube and I could be lying, but if it means anything, I truly am not. These are good pipes, they're just the ones to go. And then I'll point out maybe some things I don't like about them, just to be honest. So the first one I want to bring to attention is one of the first pipes I bought that was not a state pipe. It was a brand new one. This is a Lorenzo Arena. It's a straight pot, and it's still in really fairly good condition. I in the very beginning I smoked it quite a bit, and probably more than I should have. And then finally I learned that I need to clean my pipes better and rotate them out, and I gave it a long rest, and then started using it properly. It's a wonderful pipe. This was one that was meant, or I focused more towards English blends, and I really can't say anything negative on its smoking. It's a great smoker, great smoking pipe. There's nothing wrong with the stem or shank. It comes off well. All 3 I'm going to show you. There's no well, one I want to point out. This one has no issues as far as when it comes to the quality of the stem and shank insertion. It's fine. No damages, at least from an intermediate pipe smoker's eye view. It smokes well. I'll let you know one reason why it's one that I'm getting rid of. is it's not as easy to run a pipe cleaner through than other pipes. You definitely can. So please don't get me wrong. I'm not saying you can't run one through. You absolutely can, but it is a little harder because the airway is just a little bit tinier. So that's one of the things I didn't like about it, but still smokes well. All right, so Lorenzo Arena. Lorenzo Spitfire Arena. Bought this out of a pipe and cigar shop. Next one. Next one is one that it was one of my favorites, honestly, and I'll just let you know why I'm letting it go up front. The airway. It's another one that's a little tough to run a mouth or a pipe cleaner through, and I just didn't care for that. It was one of my favorite English pipes or English smoking pipes. This one I really enjoyed, and it was an estate pipe, and it is this bent Algerian, Edwards Algerian. Wonderful pipe. It's about as far as you can get, or as close as you can get to a church warden without being a church warden. I mean, you can kind of look. It has a pretty long stem. I really enjoy that. It's a wonderful reading pipe if you're looking for one, because it has a tall chamber, and it's fairly thick or wide, I should say, and therefore you can sit a long time and smoke without moving. And it's not too heavy where you can't clench it, so you really won't have any problems. But the airway was one thing that I just kept having issues with as far as running a pipe cleaner through. You can do it. It's just complicated, especially if you want to run one through during your smoking. So it's a great smoker, though. Man, I'm telling you, it's one of my favorite ones that I'm getting rid of. So finally, I have another one for sale, and I'll tell you up front, I don't know the maker of this one. I found this in a antique store, and it was one that I really enjoyed. So it's been, I think Dublin would be the style. Which, by the way, most of them, the mouthpieces are a little worn. So if you want to take the time to buffer those out, do it. You'll have a great pipe, or better looking pipe. But this one's very interesting. It has this green band around it. I don't know if it's just some type of acrylic. It is rusticated with a nice flat plateau. I was going to mention this. It's the only thing that's wrong with all three of these. This is one that has something that may be wrong, I guess, if you say it that way. The stem is a little loose. You see that? It's a little loose. Now, is it going to come out when you smoke it? No, but I'll show you. It's not going to pop out. I'm pulling on it. It's not coming out. So I'm not wanting you to think it's going to fall out right when you smoke it. It's fine. It stays in. It's no problem. You can just tell it's a wee bit loose. I know there's a way to probably fix that. I know, like beeswax, and there's some other things you can do to solve that problem. But nonetheless, it is one I'm wanting to get rid of as well. And it was a great smoker. It was one I used Virginia's and Virginia Periques in, and I had no problems with the smoking. So I'm going to sell each one for $35. All right, guys, it's not much. I would say they're probably more than that. This one I bought for about $40 right here, maybe a little more than that with shipping, or not shipping, but with taxes, I guess, something like that. It was maybe $45. I don't know. So $35 each. If you want to buy all three, I'll give them for $90. All right. So that's fairly cheap. They're cleaned up. You could probably clean them more, but they are fairly cleaned up. And I'll throw in some tobacco with it. All right, I'll give you some samples of some various options. So if you want just one of them, $35. All three goes for $90, and you save yourself some money. So if you're interested, email me. Don't comment, because I get the emails faster and I can get back to you faster. All right, so bear that in mind. If you are interested and you have a tobacco preference, let me know. I'll try to get you some tobacco. And I just mean like English blend, Virginia blend, Burley, whatever. If you don't know, I'll just make it something special. So I hope you were interested in it. If not, that's okay. But let me know if you are, and I'm happy to get these to you, and we'll make an arrangement over PayPal, because that's pretty easy. So, guys, that's all I have. I hope you guys have a great week, and I look forward to talking to you here soon.